Everybody, Frankie Day here on a Friday night hangout, the Frankie Day Show. Start out the song with Dick Tracy. Hello out there, my favorite 3 viewers out there. Said old Jazz Master over there. Let us sit there and sleep for a while, and we'll get this video on the way here. Hangout. I just got off work about 40 minutes ago, and it's been a long day for me. And Lord knows all the energy I still got left with my bod to be able to entertain you great fellas out there. We'll hang up for Friday, something to do to pass the night by. And I've been working on the B-29 today, guys. Excuse me, fellas. I'm going to turn off my little air conditioner I have over here. There we go. Let there be peace in the valley. I think it's too noisy. Anyway, guys, I'm working on the B-29 today. And so tomorrow I'll go ahead and paint some aluminum on it and get it all squared away. For those of you I'd like to take a fast look at it, as far as I got on it right now. I got a little filler in the wing roots right there, as you can see. The camera pick it up. There you go, guys. I got to sand that down real well and buff the airplane out real well. After I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put the cockpit in there. And as the cockpit's installed, I'm going to go ahead and feather it in and mask it off and take this airplane here and get a good painting. If I get this darn thing in here, excuse me, guys. There we go. I gotta be careful of that. Came off the stand. Anyway, I gotta wet sand the wing roots right there and go ahead and give it a prime job and paint the de-icer boots on her and mask them off and get this thing painted. Let the aluminum paint cure for a couple of days and go ahead and just do some panel shading on it. And get hot on the Avro Vulcan. I'll probably work on the Vulcan tonight a little bit. And we'll get this video going here, guys. Truly sorry, it's about 20 minutes about my time. At my end, it's 15 minutes 1 in the morning. And so tomorrow, Sunday, I'm quite sure a lot of great guys out there don't work tomorrow, and something to kill what's left tonight before we go to bed. I think I'm going to start on this right here. On the video of the camber nose, last one was B-29. Oh, gotta get my money back on those models again. I'm probably gonna start on this pretty soon here too. Now, Warren Blanche, Mr. Warren Blanche, my good friend across the pond. He say, Frank, why don't you go ahead and build this one here? I'd be interested. Bill, you know something? I think I'll do that. So right now, my goal right now is to get that pillar sanded off that wing roots out there and get this thing reprimed again and airbrush the de-icer boots on there and mask them off and paint the thing luminous. So be ready to be painted tomorrow. Let's B29 be ready to be painted tomorrow. And all masks are ready to be painted. And let it dry a couple days and ready to do the panel work on the decals. As for the decals, I got to go in the spare parts box, see if I can find something that can that's compatible with this kit. The decals, the kit itself, leaves a lot to desire. They're pretty, what the devil are they? My God, I tell you. Yeah, here they are. That's for the nuclear bomber. They're not bad, guys. You take a look at those stars and bars. That's the only thing that's bad. They're out of proportion and everything. The colors not there. These decals, the typical Airfix decals, what they had today, and they're good decals for the use. So this is not going to be a nuclear bomber. This is going to be a regular bomber that flew off Saipan during the attack of Japan. A lot of these B-29s, guys, they're pretty smart how we got this. How they got the B-29 program underway, because a lot of people, a lot of designers design the aircraft themselves. You got the Joint Chiefs and the militarists like that. They get involved in the B-29 project. Of course, we're at war, guys, and we're still flying those old Liberators and B-17s. And we need something that can supersede those. That's a lot more modern than what we had. And so that's when they've been the B-29. The B-29 was on the board for about. Let's see. I'd say it's probably 1942. And 1942, that was on design. It came out probably about the fall of 1943. And they were actually during that island hopping campaign. Yeah, a lot of islands that need to be secured from the Japanese so they can start building airports that can be able to accommodate these things. A lot of them, during the process of design, it required over 2,000 feet of runway to get this thing off the ground. And I said, my God, it says, we're going to take it to Japan. We got to have some runway out there. So, well, the islands out there were pretty suitable for it during the island hopping campaign. So, a lot of B-20s flew out of Karachi, up there by China and to India through there. And they had enough range to go across the channel and bomb the coast of Japan and then come back. Then they started doing the march, the Tendon and the Saipan and Guam all through there. They really start having bombing missions there. The B-29 was a hell of an airplane for us today. You know, it was. I can remember back in the after the World War II, these things were very secret that the B-29 was, because a lot of people never seen the B-29 up close before. During victory and war bonds, a lot of B-25s, B-24s, B-17s, and a lot of planes like that. You know, that they flew back for victory tours to raise war bonds. But they've never seen a B-29 up close. A lot of B-20, I can remember when I was a little boy when they were at post-World War II. A lot of these B-29s are secretive. A lot of them you couldn't get close to them. It's because of the computerized gun system that they had. These things were the first computerized aircraft that there was. And instead of manning a 50 caliber machine gun inside of a turret, you're looking at your eyes, visualing. They took all the human element out of it by making these electric gun sights, all computers. All you have to do is sit there and you see a Frank or a George coming at you like that. All you gotta do is aim the gun and it's fixed right on there. It's locked on like tone. I'll pull the trigger, bang, 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 he's blown out of the sky. So they're very accurate firing measures. Each one I said, they were very good. And what the greatest defense these things was that they flew very high altitudes, and some Japanese aircraft couldn't go that high unless they were on oxygen, and unless those they just couldn't fly that high. And so they're a good airplane. As to the kit to this Airfix kits are not very bad. You know, I compared the monogram one to it. Monogram one is pretty much right on. I mean, I can't find any errors at all with the monogram kit. This one here is pretty much spot on too for 1/72 scale. As an ancient 1965 Airfix wonders, this thing here still holds its own. It still is a good kit. I sanded down all the this cigar down. I sanded down this whole thing here. I mean, this thing was really, it was really full of rivets. This thing is really, and it's smooth now, very smooth. I sanded all those rivets off there. Not all completely off, but I just gave a little low relief. And that way you'd be able to, you can still see the rivets on there, but then they don't stick out really bad, you know, like, you know, because back in the 60s and 50s, guys like me welcomed rivet models, but we didn't understand they were overdone until you actually go up to a real airplane and you see an airplane with rivets like that. These things are really almost flush. They don't pop out like they do. So some of these model designers, they kind of went overboard with Rosie the Riveter. So you get these old rivet kits like this, like these Airfix kits like that. You take wet and dry sandpaper, a lot of water, and you just sand down the rivets, bring it down a little low relief, and you're ready for some business right there. Busy day at work, fellas. It's a very busy day at work today. Boy, these people like to eat. But I've never seen people in my life where they eat nowadays. My God. Jesus. I'm getting kind of worried about their health is going to be another 10 years from now. Eating all these fast processed foods day in and day out like that. My God, that's about as boring as dropping a popcorn fart somewhere, you know. And I couldn't eat that, guys. My God didn't make me to eat junk food. Well, I always cook good supper before I leave. I got corned beef and cabbage and red potatoes. I cooked it in the oven and served to my wife, myself when I went to work. When I go to work, I don't eat none of that stuff. Because I know it's not healthy for me, and at my age, I got to watch what I eat. It looks good, smells good. It's got all those damn hormones, all that crap they put in. Jeez, no wonder it's come down with crazy ass cancer. Well, those people, those guys spend money at a place eating like that, you know. Like I told my wife, boy, Frank, they like to spend money, don't they? I said, well, Ruth, they all do. They'll all have a good time. You know, the only bad thing about it is that when they get elderly a little bit in life, they have nothing to show for their money. And I do. I got a house. I got everything. I have everything. I got my models, my guitars, everything. I got something to show for my money. I never was full of money soon parted. I've always saved and tried to save, guys, you know, and I know it's hard to save nowadays, fellas, but you got to save a little bit, you know, here and there. And I know we get a little nuts once in a while buying a bunch of kits and everything like this and that, but we all got that. There's nothing wrong with that. My wife says, geez, Frank, says, you got a lot of models. I didn't know that you had that many back here. I said, well, I got a lot back here, Ruth. I'm not alone. I said, I got a lot of my good friends on YouTube land and our Maui community. They got stashes like me. My stash ain't no different than anybody else's. I got a lot of stuff, yes. My wife said, why do you guys have so many models for? Well, Ruth, the only explanation I can come down to, what we all come down to with, is that if something goes wrong with this world, we're not be able to buy nothing. We've got it all here. All we need is paint and glue, and we're all set. So that's why I keep buying a lot of stuff. I keep buying a lot of stuff all the time, so in case something goes wrong with the world, you won't be able to buy this and buy that no more. That's going to be a real drag when that happens. And I pray to God it don't happen that way. But anyway, you know, it's a collection of models. You can build anything you want to build. It's for your enjoyment and everything. And I got a big model convention going on probably about 4 months from now out there by the Nutter Center here in Dayton, Ohio. So I'm going to enter all my card models. I'm going to start making videos, fellas, builds of my past. I got a lot of models down there. A lot of you fellas have never seen before. A lot of paper kits that I built. And I was thinking about whipping up a card model real soon. Build one. I know a lot of you great guys out there like to see old Frankie Day build build a card model. I think I have a couple of videos of me building card models. And card models they have a different form of modeling opposed to plastic and woods. You just got to be very careful with paper, because paper is not forgiving like plastic and wood, where you can put putty on it or filler or something, or fill it with a piece of wood or styrene. With paper is, especially those card kits, you destroy a piece, you've had it. That model is junk. And so you don't want to go there. So you got to be very careful. So those of you interested in building card models, to review all my videos I made, you'll see like a model Cartney 133 scale E-13 Jake, the Japanese reconnaissance flying boat, seaplane. And I built that all the way and break down the kit, how the parts go together, everything. Good video, my old videos. I got to fire up that old camera I got, guys. I sure missed that. That was one of my first cameras. I think it was a Sony, the big old-fashioned camcorder job. Man, that was I love that camera. I still got it over here, and I think I got a dazzle that hooks up to it and goes into my computer. And I got a zoom switch I could touch. I could set it up here and have my models over here behind me with Lazy Susan on there. I can just turn around and I hit the button and it zooms in the camera. But it's not high definition like my camcorder I use in my build videos and such. Same quality as that. It's probably a little clearer than this webcam I got coming out of my computer. And take us glow out of here, boy. I tell you, this light behind me, guys, is I'm gonna do some remodeling, guys. I'm gonna get the stuff out of the way. I'm gonna start changing things around and get this light out of the way and start doing some rebuild my workspace in here. The models over there are pretty good. They're neatly stacked up, and they're stashed back there. Just everything behind me needs to be moved around a little bit. And I'll get this light behind me away from there, and so you won't have that glaring light on your face, and mine too. Okay, I got a lot of stuff on my belt to be building, guys. We got winter coming up, and a lot of people are dreading that, and I'm one of them. So far, I heard Ohio, guys, we haven't had very much of a winter out here. With the changing of the earth, with the weather we're having, we don't get the normal weathers like we normally get. I noticed lately we get a lot of freak hurricanes and typhoons coming in, and northeasters. Talk about northeasters. I think I got a nice good build. I'll be probably starting when probably around December. That Portland steamer by Blue Jacket I got, that 196 no, it's 1/8 scale. 196, yeah. Yeah, 196 scale. It's about 40-inch model, beautiful looking coastal steamer. And that was a beautiful steamboat when it went down during the Portland Gale of 1898. It was during Thanksgiving weekend when it went down. Jesus. And see, back in those days, guys, there was no road system back in the gay 1890s, and they had a lot of horse and buggy trails, yeah, but that's a lot different than the road system. And there was no cars back then. Everything was horse and buggy or train. And so the only way to get upstate quicker is take a coastal steamer. And they steam right off the coast. They go overnight passage and they come back. And after they embark their passengers, they come back, and after they disembark their passengers, they come back and embark and grab a whole load more and go that way. Back in the day, it was very cheap to travel, something like that. I think on the SS steamship Portland, I think it cost $1 a fare. The fare was $1 just to get on the ship itself. But it comes to drinking and eating food and having a stateroom to stay in, you have to pay extra. So that $1 didn't include your meals and drinks and a cigar and a good part sack to sleep in. And so $1 passage wasn't bad at all. But like I say, when that freaking storm came up like that, but no one, they didn't have no weather system back in those days. Yeah, there's a lot of sailors that look at the sky like that, and they've been at sea long enough, they can almost tell what it's going to be. And I guess it was Captain Blanchard. Hollis Blanchard, yeah. Captain Hollis Blanchard. He was the captain of the steamship Portland before she sank. And he knew he ran into trouble. He took her out there in open sea. Because them steamships, fellas, they were not built, they were not designed for ocean passage usage. They had a very low freeboard, very low. And they can be swamped with heavy seas very easily. And once that thing takes on water, that's it. That's what happened then. It went down, took on some water. And you knew you had into trouble. When you get a storm like that, the best thing, like I was in the Navy, is, believe it or not, when you got a storm, you head into it. You don't want to get a beam of a storm. You get a beam of a storm, they can turn you over. You always head right in that storm. You just keep heading in the storm until you wait it out. And you come back to port. That's what he did. But he made one error. He said that steamboat was not designed to go out in deep ocean. And I guess a sum of 200 plus people went down with it. Went down about 500 feet of water. And there's a lot of people down there trying to find out where she was at. They could never find her. So they have a privately funded research team by NOVA going down there, and they found her. And she's still pretty much in fine shape, considering it was in salt water. It's still in pretty good shape. A lot of the top works has all been destroyed because that's what happened to it. It got blown off and probably came apart as she made her plunge to the seabed. Yep, I'll get that beach one all painted tomorrow. Let that aluminum dry for a couple of days before I start doing some shading on it. I gotta get that tippy going. Next week I'll have some pictures posted on Mr. Martin Lammett's Facebook Snippy Tippy group build page. And so I'll have some pictures there. I'll make a couple of videos on that too here. And I get the Vulcan behind me. I'll be working on the Vulcan tomorrow while this thing is drying. So my goal is get this thing all completely painted aluminum. Get the iso boots all airbrush painted black. After the black dries, I'm gonna gloss. After the black dries, I'm gonna go ahead and gloss the whole airplane and mask off the iso boots and start adding the silver. But I'm gonna put the canopy on too. Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure the canopy is iso flush on there, and I'm gonna mask the whole canopy off. And it should be ready to go. And I'll hop on the Vulcan. I gotta get the fuselage all sanded down. The intake, I got one intake all sanded down, and I got the other one. Let me show you guys something. 7 viewers, all 7 of you guys. Love you guys, man. Thanks, fellas, for joining me tonight. I really appreciate this. I just got off work, a little tired, but Frankie Day still keeps his word, and the show goes on. Oh yeah, where's that? I'll tell you guys, this kid is, I wouldn't say crude, but I would say it's kind of like rough as a cob in a way. And there's a lot of parts that fit very well, this kit. A lot of parts of these wings are just dry fit. They're not glued on, fellas. I always make sure they dry fit really good. I have to sand or file and make sure that the wing roots or the fuselage of the wing itself are nice and flush. That way I can have it with my CC. When it dries, I go ahead and fill in with my filler. But I'll take this off, keep something from falling off on it. Take the wings off there. The only filler on the fuselage is right here. This is where the blue steel missile fits. Now on this kit here, on this kit right here, there's no optional bomb bay that I know of. I could be wrong. Let me take a look at the kit here. I was wrong. No, I was right. I give 2 Bombays. This Bombay here on the sprue tree here acts as a flush Bombay. When it's flush on there, that's the blue steel. This is not the blue steel bomber. Bombay just closed off. But this here is for the blue steel. This is for the 617 squadron. This Avro Vulcan is going to be flying. It'd be all white color. It'd be the famous Dam Buster squadron of 617. And the 617 squadron is a very good, beautiful squadron of Dam Busters, and they've been together for a long, long time. And so this here is going to be a dedication to the 617 squadron. This is the V bomber, the Vulcan, the pummeler of the Falkland Islands. I love this Vulcan. I love all English airplanes. There's something about English aircraft. I love them to death. They're beautiful airplanes, and they look like they can fly very well, and they do. Okay, so I'll be working on that. So I gotta get these wings quickly. I got filler along there. I got sand there. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I got busy rambling about Bombays. Now here's a really bad part of this thing. I think every modeler that's built this thing has presented the same problems as like I have. Is intakes right here. They got to be filled in. I think I got this one pretty well sanded here. Pretty well sanded in really well. Light and dry sandpaper using a sanding drum. And it's got to be sanded right here. I got to sand that down, sand this more. It looks like I need some more filler right there. So I had to take this filler off. I'm going to give it a prime. I'm going to go back, see imperfections, go back over the filler again. Make sure it's good to flush on there. And the Bombay, the landing gear and the carriage wells are not very detailed. This thing's a late 70s kit. In the late 70s to very, very early 80s. And now airplane vacuforms and Archer Nova vacuforms make a 1/72 scale Avro Vulcan. And so this is actually the first ejection model of this kit. It's a beautiful kit when it's done, guys. It just needs it's a filler queen. It can't be helped. It's the nature of the beast because it's ancient. It's old. So take your time with it. It builds very fast, but you don't want to build too fast. But you got to make sure a lot of sanding, everything is beautiful, spot on. The panel works are kind of the raised panel work out here, but in a way, washes can accent that a little bit here and there. This is a beautiful airplane. I love this Vulcan. And I got to paint the cockpit black. I made a mistake. So I can airbrush that black in there. There's no problem. Like I say, guys, that's the only bad thing, too, about this kit is the cockpit it gives you. HIC can only give you, the HIC is only about 4 parts. You got the instrument board, the instrument panel, which is glued in here. And you got the cockpit board and 2 seats. That's it. So if you want to do any detail work, you're on your own. There's a lot of references out there that can do it, but they ain't be seen very much, that small cockpit they got in this thing. So I'll be getting hot on that probably tomorrow. I'm doing a video of that, probably shaking down, probably, I'll say one day next week. But this V29 up here will be done one day next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be finished. And I'm going to get that tippy going, and I'm going to bring up this and get this shaking. Warren wants me to build this, and I'll go ahead and do that. Like I showed you in the beginning of the video, of the Hangout. I'm going to get this going. This is an impressive kit. I've never built one of these poor fellas. This thing is, it's like to me, it's a Warrette bomber. Canada uses for forest fires and stuff. And it looks like to me, it's a very strong looking airplane. Very strong. Not much on the color schedule. This thing, all it is red and red yellow. That's about it. The decals, different liveries on decals they give you, but selections up yours to choose. They give you what, 3 liveries, 2 liveries? Yeah, 2 of them. Yeah. No. What the devil? Yeah, 2 liveries. I was looking around. I found something else really crazy. I found this mustache pile. It's a bag kit. I got this on Space Hobby Shop probably about 5-6 years ago. It's $20 it cost me. It's an old monogram T-28 Trojan. Kit complete. No box though. It was a bag kit. So you couldn't sell it. It had no box. Only thing it does as is. And this out of production model. These decals are still pretty good shape. United States Navy on there. This T-28 portrays well, it USS Lexington. It's all white with red. You guys probably seen these before, these Trojans. Now, guys, last time I built one of these was back in 1955. It was orange. No, it was yellow. Yep, yellow. Yellow with a green band on, and the wingtips were green, like a willow green. So if I ever build this, that's what I'll be doing, making that willow green color. And this is a gimmick model. This is probably one of the beginning of the monogram kits. The landing gear retracts, propeller spins, the cockpit slides back and forth, and they give you 2 crew figures. I remember this. This is an old ancient kit, so it's this little bag right here, guys. So I had this for a long time, all bagged up. It's 1/4 inch scale. It's not a bad kit as old as it is, guys. It's really a nice kit, and it's a good gimmick model. I like to play around with the landing gear and stuff like that. This kit's for you. Now landing gear folds in. I made that landing gear operable so you can clip them down. I can display it with the wheels up, the bomb bay doors open, ready to drop bombs, or coming in for landing. I've observed the gimmicks in that kit because I like stuff like that once in a while. It brings me back to my second childhood when I was a kid. And that was it. I'm going to go to work tomorrow at 12 o'clock tomorrow, 12 to 5. I volunteered. They got some kind of event up here where I work at. You got all these motorcycle guys. It's called a hill climb. And they get there, oh my God, I tell you. Where I work at, that place is over capacitated for what it's rated for. If OSHA came down or some safety board came down and seen that, I think a red tag that place. You got too many people in the kitchen, that's a fire hazard. Yep. So I was going to start working on that B-29 tonight, so I was a little tired a little bit. That can wait till tomorrow, because I got to paint that thing tomorrow anyway. Oh, what else I got over there? Something. Let's see here. I was taking inventory of my stash. I ran across a whole darn hell of a load full of AD Sky Raiders, 140 scale, the old Revell ones, Sandies. I was thinking get cracking on one of them. And got a lot of stuff here, guys. A lot of stuff, too much stuff. That'll keep me going the rest of my life. And yeah, we got probably got a few weeks until it starts getting really cold out here in Ohio, and we starts getting cold. I like to start really doing some crack out on those models. Bum 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 bum. I remember yesterday, I went in my backyard, and there was a cat out there. We got this lady next door. She feeds these cats. I don't say anything. And these darn cats, they come out here, they get in the trash, everything like that. I got this morning in the backyard, they had trash out my backyard. I said, where all this darn trash come from? And well, the darn those little devils got my trash can. It was strewn from that trash can on the backyard. So I had to go out in the backyard, clean up all that mess out there, make it presentable. It's all done and cleaned up. I had to wash my hands and everything. About really calling the darn animal control to come down here and get those cats, you know. But they're nice little cats, you know. I mean, I got nothing against cats, but doggone, they deserve to have a home instead of be out in the wild, especially in a suburban area. But she goes over there and feeds these wild cats, and they have litters of cats there, and they're raising. And pretty soon you get a whole neighborhood full of cats, all come from that house. Says, my God, they multiply, them cats do. Had a beautiful sound yesterday of a radio engine. I looked up in the sky, and there was a beautiful looking Waco YMF, 1933 Waco. YMF 5, that's what it was, yeah. All red, with white scallops on the wings. That thing was beautiful. It belongs to this gentleman across. I live in an airport over here. There's an airport that's probably about one city block away from my house. You could probably walk it in about 5 or 6 minutes from my house. If I decided to walk here to the airport, it'd probably take me about 6 minutes to get to the airport. And so Mr. Gregory Hines, this guy's got a lot of this. And he buys these old 1930 biplanes, vintage. He's got a Great Lakes, a 1931 Great Lakes, like that Great Lakes I was working on. I need to get that thing done, get that so you guys can see that, and get that thing in the air. And it has a 31 Great Lakes 2T type trainer. You got a YMF 5. You got a Stearman PT 17. He's got a PT 22 Ryan two-seater mono wing with big old spats on it. He's got paint of aluminum with aluminum fuselage with the yellow wings. Beautiful job, man. Well, if I had a lot of money, it's about the way I would do it. Beautiful looking ships. I remember one time I was down there flying my U-Control SE5 one time. And they got a place out there behind the airport there where I fly all the time. I made a video of that when we fly my plane. And I landed over there and goes, oh man, I haven't seen that done in years. And he goes, I got one just like that. I said, yeah, I know you do. I saw you fly it the other day out there. We got talking about airplanes like that. Hey, you want to go up for a buzz? I said, damn right I do. Let me put this. He said, take your airplanes, take it back in the hangar, we'll go up. I went up in that darn that Great Lakes. They had that 2T type trainer. Believe me, when you get that thing, guys, it's very tight in there. I mean, you don't need no seatbelt to hold you in because they got these rudder pedals right here. You get your rudder pedals, you got a joystick right here. You stick your feet into those pedals like that, you can hang like this upside. You will not fall. You decide to turn over, you can be hanging like this. As long as you got your feet, those rudder pedals, you ain't gonna go nowhere. But you got to be strapped in anyway. And man, I tell you, you can see the exhaust coming out of those exhaust pipes right there, and pop, 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 bang. That was beautiful. I made my day. Very loud too. Very loud. Now you guys talk about loud. I think a lot of this airplane I've ever heard in my life was no B-25. I went to the air show. They had an air show out here in Vandalia, Ohio. Dayton, the Dayton International Airport in Vandalia. And years ago, they used to have air shows on military fields, on military fields, airports. He said he needs some money, so he started to have it on commercial airports like the International Airport. Cost you admission to get in and get that. They had a big old bomber fly in. And they had B-25, B-29, B-24, B-17, B-26 Marauder buzzing around. They had a PBY flying around. They had a couple. They had a C-133 weenie wagon coming in, a big old cargo master. I haven't seen one of those since the Vietnam War. Big old long fuselage, big old Atlas turbo job. And they were designed to carry Atlas missiles because they have big old, it looks like a big old hot dog. You guys probably seen it before. I got one, I got a vacuum one kill that. I may get that going pretty soon. I was thinking about that the other day. But anyway, I went to the airport. They had the air shows. And it cost $5 for admission to get inside the airplane and just kind of walk around a little bit. They got the pilot and the air crews, guy sitting on a lawn chair underneath the wing. It's hot out there during the summertime, guys. You got to get to the wing of an airplane just to stay out of the goddamn sun. To me, ain't no way to enjoy an air show out in the swelter like that. Out of California, it was that way. But goddamn, you got to get into the wing, just keep getting all steamed out. And I remember seeing Mitchells fly when I was a kid because the airports used them back then as, I think, usually utility planes. Or they carry the staff around. They're all aluminum. And the nacelles are all painted black. I remember that. The nacelles were all black because of the Holly exhaust system them things had. So they're very loud. I think they're about the loudest airplane the Air Force ever had is a B-25. It was an old J model this guy had. I got talking to him like that and stuff like that. And he asked me, well, we're going up about 20 minutes. You want to go up for a flight? And I said, my God, heck yes. I've never been up in a Mitchell before. I just seen these things flying when I was growing up as a boy. I says, heck, they were still using them in the military back then. And we'll go up in a few minutes there, you know. They got everybody like that. I got up. They got a little doorway right there. Two ways to get into a B-25. You got two entrances. You got one aft and one forward. So I went up forward. You get up like this. You see a little still right there where the navigator or radio operator sits. And you climb up. As you climb up to the compartment, you got a crawlway goes to the top of the fuel tank over the wing spar. You get into the back where the flight engineer's at and the waist gunners are at. And so after you get up there like that, you pull the ladder pulls up, pull up your entry door, and you lock it. They start firing those right cyclone engines up. Pow, 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 pow. That popping noise. Co-pilot had me some cotton, so you better stick this in your ears. They get pretty loud. I said, boy, to say the least, you ain't kidding. And he says, we haven't even put the throttle on yet. So I stuck cotton, stuck it in my ears, both eardrums. And it was the greenhouse nose. And he goes, you can ride greenhouse if you want to, just a tunnel right over here underneath there. So underneath the pilot's compartment on the right side, there's a tunnel you can crawl through. And you go up and sit in front of the airplane. Well, that wall on the tunnel right there, on the right side is the wheel well, where the wheel goes up. You can hear the wheel going up as it's folding up. I sat down there on the bicycle seat where the bombardier, the one had a 30 caliber machine gun up front. Of course, the J models, they got rid of that and they had the side pack gun, the side blisters guns on there. And so this Mitchell here was probably an old surplus B-25 that used during the 1950s as auxiliary utility aircraft. And started those engines up. Both those white cyclones are just turning and turning and turning. Add a little throttle like that, and we start moving. And we taxied around on the tarmac, and we got around the bend, came up, and stopped and revved the engines for a while. They got really loud. I was on the nose. But turned around ready for a takeoff. And all of a sudden, he hit the throttles. And man, it was loud. That thing vibrated. Pretty soon, you can feel yourself go up in the air. Then you hear the undercarriage, the wheels going. You hear it. hear it retract inside the nose well. And we're up there about 20 minutes, came back down. It was very it was loud. It was I never enjoyed myself so much. And that was very beautiful. I thought the guy, I thanked him very much. I said, thank you very much, dear sir. I tell you, I said, my God, I said, boy, I'll tell you, this is wonderful. And he says, yeah, we keep these things going all the time. There's a lot of Mitchells flying around. They got a company that makes these things now. If you got a guy who's got a lot of this, decides he wants the B-25 for himself, they can build one for you, just like that. I saw that on Nova. They had it's called a kit plane, a plane. And they have these guys building these World War II replicas for millionaires, for these people who wants a real airplane. You want a real B-29? We'll build you one. It'll cost you maybe 25, 26 million, wherever it is. We'll build you one. And they do. It's built from the blueprints. They have tool and dies. They got guys that make all the forms, tools, and everything like that, and they form tools for multi-spindle machines, and they turn parts for all kinds of stuff. So a lot of it's out there. It's one thing about this wonderful world of technology we live in. Do so much good stuff is good out there, and you got stuff out there that's unnecessary. Yep. I wish this chat board worked, fellas. I mean, I know you guys are dying to talk to me. I'm dying to talk to you back. I like to work off your feedback and what you guys have to say, work from there. We can talk and chat, have a good time. But there's some kind of a firewall security on my computer that forbids me from even having a chat on here. So this is a live show, but we can't chat. So you can comment like crazy when this thing's all done. And I'll get back on you. And I'm very deeply sorry. My brother said he'll get back on vacation probably next week. He'll come down and get this encoder thing all fixed up. I think the problem is, guys, with that encoder, I did everything right like we were supposed to. It tells me that there's some kind of security problem that's forbidding me to do this on this computer right here. I try to get into the security part, allowing this, allowing that. I said, no, I don't want to go beyond my my wishes this, because I don't want to screw the system up. I won't be able to do this, do that anymore. So I said, well, left alone. So I'm out. I'm going to stay out. And I asked my brother, and he gets back. He'll get this thing squared away for me, and we'll get this thing going the right way. About time for Frank strike up a jolly tune for you guys. Call it an intermission tune. I like playing music, guys. I enjoy it. And two things in the world I enjoy most is building my models and playing my guitar, you know, and I bless Jesus for it every day, you know. So thank you, God, for giving me these gifts, do these things, and to me, guys, my age, to do things like I do, you know, because I keep myself active. I don't sit around too long. If I ail, I'm on my feet. Maybe it's a cigar I smoke and keeps me young. Hey, kid, George Burns lived to about 100 years old, so he did something right to keep going. Maybe he had good genes. You don't know. I think I got good genes. My parents, they're there. My dad was 99 when he passed. My mom was, I think she was 98 when she went. My grandparents were probably about 104, 105 years old, and they passed. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I bless God for that too. A lot of things I'm thankful for, fellas. I really am. It's kind of funny thing about life when you're young. You get your whole life ahead of you. You won't stop and think about things like your well-being and think about how grateful that you are, what you have, what you don't have. And so you get older in life, it's kind of like extra incentive right there of keeping yourself aware that you're not getting younger, you're getting older. And you got to prepare, and you got to keep yourself busy and keep yourself going. You'll live a long time. And believe you me, building these models, making these videos keeps me young all the time. You're playing my Jazz Master, my steel guitar, my Jaguar. Have a good time. I got 11 viewers out there. Beautiful. Well, I'm holding my fort. That's good, guys. That's good. I keep you guys entertained. I mean, I like to talk and like to. If you guys got good ears and like to be entertained, build a model and enjoy my weird way of kind of conversation. Like I say, guys, this hangout's a little different than I post a lot of them out there, and I'm on my own right here. And the only thing I miss is that chat board over there. I wish that thing was working so you guys can be able to communicate with me and I can feed off you and build the videos going on. So right now I got to formicate my way of entertainment to keep you guys going and keep you guys interested and everything else. Yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning. Yep, wonderful night. Raining like crazy, guys. I guess I got that remnants of that hurricane hit the Mississippi, so I think that's coming this way. Man, I hit a hell of a squall on the way home from work. I can't believe how foolish people are when they drive in this rain like this. My God, these people ain't got no dang sense. I mean, you got a lot of water like that, the road like that. You got to take it easy, guys. You know, this one guy's like a bat out of hell. Woof. Then you hit a wet spot there with some grease or some gas was out there one time. You skid, hit somebody. Heck, there was a big wreck over here by the railroad track. I couldn't get home on them routes, so I had to go around the other way just to get back at the house. Voice, I heard fire engines. You heard right. They said there's fire engines and also ambulances. There's a big wreck over there by the railroad tracks. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if somebody hit a train or whatever. And so I don't know. I'm way too eager to find out. I just want to get home and get this video going and sit here and relax and enjoy myself. And I have enjoyed myself. This place here is my place of leisure, rest, recreation. And this is Frankie Day's world back here. Nobody can hurt me. No harm can be done to me. And I enjoy everything here. And I enjoy you guys most of all. And like guys, have a little patience. Old Frankie Day right here. Old Frankie Day will get this. We'll get these videos. We'll get this hangouts in shape, guys. My brother gets back. We'll get this thing going good. We'll get this. We get nipped in the bud. So I don't throw in the towel that easy. I threw in a dish rag. That's what I did. And ain't gonna be no towel. This operation. I'm going for the big deal here. Get this chat going. So have a little patience, fellas, and old Frankie Day will get the chat fired up, and you guys can type away, talk all you want to, and I'll be glad to answer questions because you guys got answers. You guys got questions, I got answers. And talk about answers. I think it's time for a jolly tune. You guys want to hear another tune? Here's a song by the Shadows called Apache. I think you guys will like this one. Take the old cigar now, and I want to burn my pickups. All righty, guys. Got my famous Fender Jazz Master right here. Here's a song called Apache, just for you guys. Apache, just for you guys out there. Thanks, fellas. Give me your ears right there. Whole freaking day playing in a jolly tune. Okay, guys, back to the Bibles again. I think last night I was toying around and I ran into a B-25 by my God, Easy Built kid. I think I showed it to you guys before. I think it's just one of my viewers and commenters says, "Hey Frankie, why don't I shake that B-25 up? That'll be coming down this winter time, fellas. Well, Frankie did. We get that B-25 shaking. I got so much coming this way, guys. I got a lot of builds, so I'll get there." And be it. I was thinking about going out there probably this Sunday, and I can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow Sunday, probably next week, if the weather prevails, it's nice weather. I'll go out there and find my Stearman PT-17. I built me a stooge. Instead of having my brother or somebody hold on to it, let go while I fly it, I built me a little stooge. It's behind the wheel, behind the stabilizer. Pull that cordage out, release that keeper pin. It'll go down and release the airplane and fly by itself. And so I'll be flying that. And I'm going to fly that Great Lakes trainer too. I got that going. All I got to do is paint the white pinstripe on it. I got exhaust ports to do on it and a couple louver plates on the side. And she's ready to go. I'll make a final reveal on that one. And Yeah, that's so much here to do, guys. So much models to build, so much things to do. I'm getting done slowly but surely. I was over here with executioner sheet on top of the old black. I got a big old black trash can liner. It's laying on top of my whaling ship, Charles Morgan, and them things really do keep the dust off those trash liners. So you got to be very careful when you lay them on top of there, because they'll cling to things pretty good, and they won't. You just got to remember there's something there. I got this dusting back here, guys. I got a lot of dust back here, and I got to get these airplanes dust off. Funny thing about the dust in here, it's like talcum powder. You go, get a blow, it blows off, and the finish is still glossy. Unbelievable. Weird looking dust. It's kind of like cotton dust. Almost like that, talcum powder. Very, very fine. But you don't want to rub it in too much, because you rub that stuff in, you can really rub it into the paint, and it'll mar it up. So you got to be careful. Last night, before I went to bed last night, I heard this big old noise last night on top of my roof. I said, what the hell is up there? Don't know what it was, guys. I don't know if it was a big bird or a cat or something up there. Well, I said, what's that noise up there? I don't know. It sounded like somebody's walking up there. Someone out there. And this was about, I think, around midnight, fellas. And I went up there and got my gun. I went out in the back out there to see what's shaking up. I can't find nothing out there. So my wife says, it ain't going out there, Frank. Just false alarm, honey. False alarm. Don't worry about it. I locked the gun back up. I got a concealed weapon, guys. I got involved in that because I believe my Second Amendment, and so I'm trying to prepare myself, because I just hope this country don't founder. That's my biggest worry, guys, is our beloved nation, And my wife, we were talking about the other day about our country. I said, Ruth, it's just not the country. This is not the world that I was raised in and brought up in. You either. I said, there's something that's changed in this country. It's for the worse. And so you got a lot of people who are very not too educated to the system. When you don't have no education, like that, you can really make some very serious mistakes in your life. And so with the willingness of the good Lord in heaven, he'll be able to straighten things out. So I don't want to get involved in all that jazz. I know you guys don't want to hear it, neither do I. And good things coming ahead, man. Model builds, everything. There's a lot of stuff. On eBay, I went on there to see if I could find some model ship fittings. I found some. I found some bunch of blocks that I sent away for. I'm going to be using them on my Blue Jacket Flying Cloud kit. On my Blue Jacket Flying Cloud, they give you a bunch of these not pewter, we call them Britannica. Now, I have this kit. I know it's in my possession for at least 50-something years. And my father had it for years. I think my dad got it probably right before the war got started. See, Blue Jacket ship crafters that make these model ships, all these wooden ship guys, along with them, with every packer of the Cleveland model designs kits, were the oldest model manufacturer. Well, as a matter of fact, Blue Jacket is probably the oldest model manufacturer in the world. This still goes strong since 1903. Although they went through a lot of different management here and there. I just hope they just now change different management and owners now. I just hope they can be able to go through the Blue Jacket tradition and don't go under and all our kids become dinosaurs. I have a friend of mine. He likes those wooden ships. He says, "Frank, a good company makes model ships." A lot of company makes model ships. And his name was Rick. And Rick at work, he builds models, and he wants to build some model ships. I said, there's all kinds of companies make them. I said, I'll tell you what, get online And they got a lot of manufacturers out. If you want to look for some model ships, get on eBay. They got them there too. You got to be very careful buying off them people. You don't know what you're buying, but most of the time, everything's okay. Once in a while, you run into a bad egg. It's like anything in life. And I was talking about eBay. I mentioned in the last video, I think the last hang-up, I was mentioning something about the American Scout, the big old merchant freighter by Sterling. I got one down on the basement. And it was Joe Hansen. He's a model shipper, a good friend of mine. He builds model ships. Hey, Frank, I got me a good deal on eBay, man. I paid $340 for it. So what was it? It's that big old Sterling kit, that big old freighter, the American Scout by Sterling. Oh, see, I got one of those down below my basement. They're a nice model, buddy. The radio control, you make a static model. So I got everything. Fittings with and everything. Yeah, the fittings, you got to, back in those days, the fittings you had to purchase separately, opposed to buying the kit. That's why they kept the cost of the kit down, but not having the fittings. Now, the fittings out of the kit, the price would go up. So it's like billing boats, like Eleanor Billings. All their kits were, their fitting kits were purchased separately too. So he checked the tracking number. It was coming to his house tomorrow. He says, so next day it came in. And boy, he was really mad, very steaming mad. I go, now what happened? You know that American Scout freighter I got for $342? I go, yeah. Did you get it already? Oh yeah, I got it all right. I got it all right. I got it real good. Because come on to the house, I want to show you something. I'm not gonna see you more on the phone. Come on over. I said, sure. I come over to his house. Come in, Frank. Look at this. Hey, wow, you got it. Oh yeah. Open that box up. Well, I picked up the box. It felt really light. I said, is there anything in there? Open it up. I opened it up like that. All it was just pieces of wood in there. Boy, was he hot. He was mad. He said, what do I do now? Did you read the fine printing of the condition of this kit? Like it said, everything on there was perfect. The thing was mint condition, never touched. He said, you need to get a hold of eBay. I don't think you'll ever get your money back again. It's gone, man. You lost your dough. And he says, you'll have to complain against them. They'll just probably make some kind of arrangements. They'll either pay you back or you boot it off there. But that's why I say you really got to watch out, fellas. Most of those model builders who built that kit once before want to buy it again. If you look at that kit real good, because most of the time they open up the box, you can see the parts and stuff in it. And you can tell by looking at it if it's all there or not because you built it before. So that's a good knowledgeability right there in purchasing a kit. So that's a little tip I figure you guys can use. And that'd be it. Well, see what else I can figure out on here. You guys are hanging in for me. I appreciate it, guys. Got 8 guys, sometimes 8, 12, 13 viewers, you know. It's good. I appreciate you guys hanging in there for me. And it's getting about 2 o'clock in the morning. I think I'll keep on going about another 10 more minutes, guys. We'll end this hangout. And next one's going to be longer. And we'll end this hangout with another jolly tune just for you. And put the Jaguar away, Jazzmaster away, and end the hangout. So we got a little time here, guys. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. It's been a rainy day all day today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so that kind of cut down business a little bit. A lot of people like to go outside in that patio out there in the hot sun and stuff. Man, not me. I can't eat out in the hot sun like that. I did that stunt one time, guys. I first moved from California out here to Ohio about 37 years ago. I went up there, had a big old picnic. They had a big old beer bust out there. They had beer, pig roast. That's what it was, a big old pig roast. And you got a lot of people out in Ohio. There are a lot of people from the South, and you got a lot of northern people or not. And you got all these southern people out there. They threw out these big old pig roasts. And they had a lot of cold beer out there. And I had a belly full of pig and a belly full of beer. And boy, when you eat that stuff out in 90-degree weather like that, my God. Time I got in the house, boy, my stomach was a rumbling. And I hit the head and got on my hands and knees and prayed to the porcelain altar and prayed to St. John. And that was it. And I'll never go out there and indulge in alcohol or food again in the heat. I don't know how people can do that. I guess you get used to it, you get used to it, but they say you get used to anything, but not this kid. Not out in the stifling heat. Talk about heat, that kitchen was hot today. There's one guy there, some kid drinking Coca-Cola in a hot kitchen. Man, kid, sons, you got to get yourself some ice water, buddy. I said, man, you're gonna wither down. I said, you get this ice water, best yet, get some of that Powerade. It's good for your electric lights. It's that blue juice. It's like frog juice. It's that blue stuff. And I said, it's like an energy drink you kids drink. I told them, get yourself some of that, and that'll really quit you first. And my God, this stuff is good. Yeah, it's good for you. That pop ain't good for you. Once in a while, it's not gonna bother you, man. We got all that sugary and the heat. Man, you're gonna pass out, man. So you got to be very careful with the heat. Well, I haven't heard no rumors of any new models coming out. They got some new 1/32 scale kits coming up, but they're up in price. They had a wing nut kit down at Smitty's Hobby Shop. I think it was about $130, $140. Because I think most of their kits all World War I stuff anyway, 1/32 scale. They had a, what the hell was it? Sopwith pup. And $132, that thing. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money for plastic. Especially 1/32 scale. And I guess the kit itself is just one notch higher in state of art. I mean, they got a lot of, for $132 a kit like that, you better get something in there. I thought Trumpeter was bad. So I got the AD Sky Raider over there. Yeah, it's over there. I got the A1 Sky Raider. No, it was A3D Skywire. That's like to be an interesting build. I think I got that. I picked up last week with Smitty's Hobby Shop. He's got a lot of, that's what I like about Smitty's. Most of the models he gets, fellas, is from estate sales. Because see, Russ and Pete and Gene, who own the shop itself, I mean, they deal with estate sales. You got a lot of people who are deceased, and they will their stash to the store to keep the hobby going. You can buy a lot of vintage kits there, guys. A lot of stuff back in the 50s and 60s. And that's why I picked up that T28 Trojan, that bag kit a while ago. This right here. Old kits, man. I love those old kits. And I grew up with them. And what you know what's really challenging about it is, guys, about good old kits, is that back then your skills were not that good, not that keen back then. Then you build the same kit you build back then when your skills weren't that keen, and look how beautiful it comes out really well. It comes out miles better, only something you dreamt of you should have looked like when you were first building them. But that comes with experience, guys. The more models you build, the more experience you'll be able to develop. You'll be able to make your models real good. And the final test is this. Get yourself an old model you built probably about 15, 20 years ago. And with all the technology and YouTube land and all the great modelers you have out there, everybody learns from everybody. Everybody does. I do too. I mean, I learn from everybody. And they're very good tips and tricks. And they work very well. And so, like I say, get yourself an old model you built 15, 20 years ago opposed to something you build now. You can see how your skills is really improved. That's the only way you know for sure if you really cut the mustard or not. You go, wow, look at this, man. Then you look at it and go, geez, I built this thing. This thing is junk. And so, wow, this is nice here. Your skills change. It gets better and better as you go along. Another good tip too, guys, is it's always great, fellas, to venture a little bit away from plastic. Get into wood. Get into paper. Get into all that's what I always did. I don't want to get myself stunted on plastic only, because if you really get hooked on plastic only, a lot of your model building ability would be lost, because you'd be stunted because you got yourself entrapped in plastic, and before you know it, you can't venture any more than plastic because your skills don't allow it. I think a lot of guys get trapped in that. I try to avoid that by venturing in different materials like plastic, paper, wood, metal, chewing gum, anything. You've got plans, blueprints. You want to make something out of paper? Save those cereal boxes, cracker boxes, because they make good backup for your formers on your fuselage. So anybody's interested in building card models, I got a beautiful video that I made in a few years back, and you guys just gotta scroll around until you find it. You'll see that paper model will be building it, and step by step you see how it's done. And like I say, they have that different form of modeling methods of construction than that of plastic and wood. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Yeah, I should get that B-29 all painted, blooming tomorrow, and then give it a few days for it to dry a little bit, and I go ahead and add the paneling and the shading of it. And I think I need to go down to Hobby Lobby. Not Hobby Lobby, but Hobbytown, USA. They got a decal book there. I think I saw a couple of 1/72 scale B-29 decals there. I think I'll go down there tomorrow when I get off work and see if they got it in that book. I'm going to buy it and put it on this right here. I got stars and bars, a lot of also your squadron codes on there. I got plenty of those I put on there, but we'll see. It's going to be a regular old island hopping B-29. Well, fellas, getting about that time in this video. Again, this video with a beautiful song. And let's see here what I can play. How about a little song called Soldier Boy? That'll be my ending tune for this joyous, happy, peculiar, different hangout. And I'll play a little song here, and we'll go ahead and I'll finish up the hangout and present what I'll be doing in a couple of days here from now. So right now, guys, we're gonna Frankie Day's gonna a little song here called Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy. Guys out there, I love you guys very much. Thank you very much for being with me tonight for this short hangout. And if it wasn't so late this evening, I could have went on another hour or two, keep you guys going. And so, like, have a little patience with me. My brother gets back from vacation. We're going to get this chat board all fired up. We're going to get this hangouts done the right way. But right now, the show must go on. And I enjoy doing these hangouts. And I enjoy being with you guys, enjoying you fellas. And I enjoy your comments. And my jazz master enjoys it too. And my wife enjoys it too. And I hope you guys enjoyed this hangout. It's a little different opposed to the others. But I am what I am. So, and that'll be it. So, next video is going to be, guys, is going to be the on the Vulcan. I should have that probably by this this Tuesday in the Vulcan. And the final reveal for that B-29 will be on a Wednesday. The final reveal for that B-29 will be Wednesday. And this either Monday or Tuesday. This Monday. This Monday afternoon, I'll have a video on the Vulcan, how much I got done on that. And probably all primed, ready to go, and start doing the finishing color. So that'd be it. Now, I'd like to thank everybody again for tuning in, make Mama happy, and happy modeling. And thank you very much for joining tonight. And lend me your ears to play some songs for you guys. And be a lot of tunes coming your way, jolly tunes, and model building stories of the past, and builds of the past too be coming up. So stay tuned for my builds of the past, guys. I got a whole new series of builds of the past coming your way. And I got 8 remaining viewers on here. And I'd like to thank you guys out there for hanging on there for me for this past hour, wherever it was. I've been on here. I'm very, very, very grateful. And thank you very much, guys. And you guys enjoy yourself. Take the rest of the night off. And I shall be here this Monday on the Avro Vulcan. Okay, guys. This is the end of the Frankie Day show featuring yours truly, Frankie Day. Catch you guys Monday. I don't know what to say, fellas. I guess I'm just out of things to say. I could go on, but I don't think I could serve this later. I'm a little tired. Okay, guys. I'm out of here, and God bless you guys. And thank you very much again for hanging in there with me. And I'm very grateful to each one of you guys. God bless you guys. Bye, boys.